What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be reacting to some Rush.
Let's get it.
So, you know by now, we've done plenty of Rush on the channel. We got a playlist right here, the first playlist on the channel, 36 reactions. Go check them out. We're going to be reacting to Rush.
In a special way.
Yes.
A way that maybe, if you've subscribed recently, you don't know, but this is how we started out.
Mm-hmm.
The Heisenberg hat. This hat right here is how we began the whole Rush journey. There were so many suggestions and songs. We said, man, we were trying to think of a way. How do we take their suggestions in the coolest way possible? So we're Breaking Bad fans, and we chose the Heisenberg hat. If you're not a Breaking Bad fan, go watch it and become one, and then you'll understand the Heisenberg hat.
Sure, we might have to use a Squid Game mask soon.
Hey, yeah, that's true.
This man has been watching Squid Games. I already saw it.
He saw it, and I'm on episode 4. Hey, that is good.
Okay, so here are the suggestions. I don't know who picked. Let's just
we have not upped these suggestions in a while, so that means people who made suggestions, a while back, you're about to get a chance.
For real.
But guess what else might happen? We might have already reacted to it.
To all of them.
So okay, we're gonna see.
So how do we choose who picks?
Me, I do.
What? Why?
Why not?
Why?
I got my good glasses. I can read them.
No, I'm gonna be a nice person. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what. No, we don't have to worry about it. You go first because they may. Well, you think there's a trick to this?
Yes.
There may be a lot of these that we've seen. So then I'll get a chance. So I'm willing.
How about we both pick, and one of them is bound to be.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Like an Easter egg. All right, I got a very, very large one.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Clockwork Angels.
All right, mine's from Ijola. Remember her? Ijola Fitz.
Mine is Clockwork Angels from Paul.
Clockwork Angels. We might be watching one of those. But that's an album, isn't it?
That's probably a song off the album.
There's a song. I don't think we've done that one. Well, unfortunately, Ijola, yours is Subdivisions.
We did that. See, my plan worked. Yeah. All right, here we go.
So there is one. All right, good. All right, what's his name?
Paul Caruana.
All right, Paul. Yeah, it is Caruana. All right, Paul Caruana, this one's for you. I hope
don't be that surprised. I got it right.
Still around here for a while. Well, I thought it was just an album title.
Sometimes there will be an album, but then there will be a song called the album
that the album's titled after.
Yes.
You think I don't even know that?
Sometimes, son.
Sometimes, sonny. You'll see.
Here we go. This is Clockwork Angels.
You remember what they told us this was?
I said it was Zodiac.
It's not Zodiac. They told us what it was.
I forgot.
I can't remember now.
You must not know. Let's go. You ready? You ready?
This is their last album, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, look, should we get the lyrics? Because, I mean, I could get some of those.
Yeah, let's get some lyrics.
All right, well, let's talk about the first part of the song where you're getting it. Dude, who was that at the very beginning? Do they have an extra person doing that kind of like meditation chant?
They must have some. They must have hired somebody to do that kind of chant. That didn't sound like that was not Getty or.
That's definitely not Neil. There's no way he sounded like that.
No.
And that didn't sound like Getty to me either. What do you think about the intro? That is a creative.
That was weird. That it was cool. I think it sounded good, but I think it's kind of going through these riffs just a little bit too fast because right when I'm starting to get into it, they switch it. Each riff and what they're doing sounds good, and I like them, but I don't have enough time to get into them because they keep switching it. So I wish they would play each thing they're playing a little bit longer, because they're switching it up very fast right now. They've gone through 3 different
they did.
sounds. So
just think about it, this is their last album and listen to how experimental it is.
That's true.
It actually, if someone didn't tell you that was Rush, do you think you would have been able to say that's Rush? It didn't have.
Before I heard Getty, I would know, but after I heard Getty, I would know, but before, I probably wouldn't say that's Rush. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
I don't know about 20 beats, 40 beats, or how the timing works yet, but I do know one thing. If you try to head bob to that, it's not you're not going to get into I gave up. I gave up just listen. But I still really like it. It reminded me of when a plane takes off, how it's real shaky. And you're going up, and then you're like, it's going up, there's lots of noise, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just levels out, and everything gets smooth. That's how it sounded when they went into their main part of the song. That transition,
it was sudden, though.
It was sudden.
It was like,
right. And if you ever ride in a commercial plane, it does that. It feels real shady, and all of a sudden you're smooth. Well, anyway, let's back it up just a little bit. Maybe we'll hear that transition again, and I can clue in on these. His lyrics.
Say what?
Can you move our picture so I can see the?
Yeah.
I mean, the professor's, got the lyrics.
Let's see what he's doing.
You promise every treasure to the foolish and the wise. Goddesses of mystery, spirits in disguise. Every pleasure we bow and close our eyes. Oh, clockwork angels promise every prize. Clockwork angels spread their arms and sing, synchronized and graceful, they move like living things. Goddesses of light, of sea and sky and land. Clockwork angels, the people raise their hands as if to fly. As if to fly. All around the city square, our shimmers in the air. People gazing up below to those angels high above. Celestial machinery, move through your commands. Goddesses of mystery, so delicate and so grand. Move to worship, we bow and close our eyes. Oh, clockwork angels promise every prize.
All right. A lot more song now. It's definitely past the turbulent part of the beginning.
Yeah.
Lots of lyrics, which I'm
For
glad
real.
I'm glad I had you pull that up. I was really keying in on those. I appreciate a band that's even talking about anything spiritual, anything celestial, anything that's above. I don't know, but Clockwork Angels. Look, I noticed that. See, Clockwork Angels, the A is capitalized. I noticed that in the lyrics it was a lowercase a, and I was like, if I was a Clockwork Angel, hey, listen, you need to capitalize my A. I'm giving out all these mystic prizes. Mm-hmm. That gets a capital A. Even Captain America's got a capital A.
I'm gonna hook you up real quick.
What you looking at?
You got something weird on your shirt.
What is that? Well, they couldn't have seen that.
I don't know.
It's like a thread.
But I like that line. He says, balance, free price. I like that. That sounds good. His voice still sounds very good. He sounds different though. If you compare this to like, I don't know, 2112, his voice, or like I don't know, Working Man or something, it just sounds very different from the beginning of their careers, like with Working Man up to now. You think he has any effects on his voice? Because back in the day, it sounded super clean. Like his voice, like it sounded like he was in the room with you. But now, what do you think?
I definitely think there's some type of voice modulation
because he doesn't
on
sound,
this one.
Because he don't sound like clear. Like it sounds like something's on.
But I think it's the vibe of the song. However, his age changes your voice, and let's get some of that alcohol, a little bit of that wine.
They got an alcohol beverage themselves. Have you seen it?
Yeah, so I'm sure they have partook in the
maybe you should try it on
I
the
would.
channel.
It's in Canada. I wonder how I can. You think I can get some like delivered to me somehow? I would totally try it.
Maybe go to their website.
Anyway, so yeah, that changed. I mean, think about how much Axl's voice has changed. His voice held up a lot better than Axl's.
Yeah, for real.
But I do like his voice in this one. And overall, like it, but there's a lot of subtle noises in the background, man. If you listen, we hear in the background, especially right now, some kind of new like some kind of like extra noises back there. All right, let's keep the song going.
Clockwork angels spread their arms and sing, synchronized and graceful, they move like living things, goddesses of light, of sea and sky and land. Clockwork angels, the people raise their hands as if to fly, as if to fly.
Go back 10. I want to hear that little part one more time before we leave it.
Right here?
No, I want to hear that one, the like statement of what I call a statement of wisdom. Yeah, go back. Come on, go back till that disappears. All right, let's go. Right there.
Everything will turn out for the best.
Okay, man, dude, I really like that, and I think that's the type of song. If you hear it a few times, you'll like it more and more and more. Plus, I mean, listen, we do a lot of psychedelic bands on here. The Doors, for sure.
Shoot, look at Adam Hart Mother.
Right.
That has to be heavily
Pink Floyd,
influenced.
for sure, man. We got a bunch of Pink Floyd on here, man. So I always like psychedelic music. I mean,
Hey, wait, is this even psychedelic music? I mean,
no, but this song is pretty psychedelic.
I mean,
That's what I would say. One thing I want to say is let's remember how on literal Earth are 3 people making that sound.
for real.
How are they making it? How is 3 people performing the music that we just heard? And that's one thing is quintessential Rush, which is that question begs to be answered. How do they do it? Because that sounded like way more than 3 people.
Could have easily been way more people. Well, not obviously, but there was some sort of singer at the beginning, and it sounded like there was a lot of technology used in this song too.
Yeah.
It sounds very. It doesn't sound like as like I don't know natural as their older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and listen to their other like I don't know, La Villa Strangiato is popping up right here. If I even compare it to that just sounds like just the 3 of them made it. This sounds very layered and stuff, like super layered.
Like they became the digital man themselves. And
For real, they're
the
digital men.
Put the hardcore technology on it. But
Yeah.
one thing about his voice throughout this, he changes it a lot. I mean, he whispers. He almost moans or does something to it, and then he's got that voice modulation. They don't normally put that much into his voice. I liked it.
Yeah. It was sweet.
Right, and but I wanted to say before we say anything, man, dude, it cannot be overlooked that Neil wrote these lyrics, which are incredible, and his drum track, and which I didn't mention once, is awesome.
The cymbals the whole time he was doing like
Yeah.
He was doing that the whole entire time. It sounded really good.
Yeah, and he drives the ending really good. Like once they really get into the last third of the song, his drums are going off, man.
For real.
Like I said, I bet you I'm going to end up liking this album a bunch as we go through it. I'm glad that what's my man's name, Paul. I'm glad. Thank you, Paul. That was a good suggestion.
For real. Tell us what to react to next from Rush in the comment section, and comment who you got in the Super Bowl. And we're out. Peace.